Dream Team. It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Australia culture, fun facts about Australia. And before we dive into this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, give the video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Australia, what we got?
Good day, mate, and welcome to Australia. Officially the Commonwealth of Australia, home to the kangaroo, the koala, the boomerang, and some of the most stunning coastlines you'll ever come across.
Come on now.
It's the largest country in Oceania and the 6th largest country in the world.
That's crazy.
Although it is the smallest continental landmass, it is an
6th largest country in the world. But they probably got, because most of it is unlivable, it's like probably for a country that size, like it's less population than a lot of other countries that are smaller.
In fact, the world's largest island.
Oh,
Just to compare, the UK would fit into Australia approximately 32 times.
God
The
dang!
most surprising statistic, though, is Australia's population density, one of the lowest in the world. Only 26 million inhabit the country. That's around 3 people per square meter.
That's
Most of
crazy.
the inhabitants are concentrated in or around the coastal areas of all the main states and territories.
That's real cool. I think all the people lined up in the same, almost the same shape as Australia, because it's like everybody, you live on like the coast of it. In the middle is where the land is too dry and hot to really live. And so everybody lined up across the coast. I like the way they did that.
Made up of 6 states: New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, Western Australia, South Australia, Victoria, Queensland, Western Australia, South Australia and Tasmania, and 2 territories, Northern Territory or NT, and Australian Capital Territory or
Y'all talk to me. What's the best place to live in Australia? What's the best place to live in Australia? What y'all think? Hit me up in the comment section. I'm intrigued to hear comments.
ACT. Much of inland Australia is deserted. Though people mistakenly believe Sydney to be the capital, it is in fact Canberra, which is in southeastern Australia, in ACT. Australia is almost 4,000 kilometers from east to west, and 3,200 kilometers from north to south.
Jeez.
A flight that would take approximately 4.5 hours each way. Generally, the north is hot and tropical, while the south is subtropical or temperate, with most rainfall happening around the coast. There is even some snow in southern Australia and Tasmania during the winter months.
I don't do snow. I don't like the cold. Me no like snow. Me no like ice. Me no like cold.
As one of the most ethnically diverse nations, nearly a quarter of the country's inhabitants were born elsewhere, making it the 8th largest immigration population in the world.
Oh, wow.
Following World War II, Australia promoted itself with a "populate or perish" slogan, urging foreigners to visit and eventually settle, which most of them did. Firstly from Britain, then Europe, and finally Asia became the largest source of immigrants in the 21st century. The national language is English, though Aboriginal Australians have their own set of languages and customs.
Is that a didgeridoo? My guy playing a didgeridoo? I rock with it. I definitely rock with it. Shout out to the Aboriginals.
Today, there are an estimated 400,000 Aborigines, or Indigenous people of Australia. As a Commonwealth of the UK, Australia's head of state is now King Charles III, who is represented by a Governor-General and a Prime Minister. Power is divided between the federal and state governments. Australia is a highly developed country with a strong economy, 13th in the world actually, an important exporter of agricultural goods such as wool, wheat, beef, fruit and wine.
Let me get some of that, Australia, let me get some of that beef. Let me get some of that beef y'all exporting out there, man, because, nah, if it's one thing I love, it's beef. If it's one thing I love, it's steak. Oh, my God. I could eat steak all day, every day. Put a nice baked potato on the side. And I hear the fruit in Australia is better than here in America. So let me get some of that fruit too. Australia, I'm coming. I'm telling y'all, I'm coming. Give me some time. Let me get my money up, and I'm gonna take a visit.
Agricultural goods such as wool, wheat, beef, fruit, and wine. There is also a need to import major items, most notably petroleum and crude oils, cars, phones, computers, and medicines.
I feel that.
The national sport of Australia is cricket during the summer and football during the winter. Not football in the UK sense, but Australian football, which at first glance compares to rugby with the use of hands as well as feet. As a result of their fantastic coastline, Australia is also famous for water sports, and you'll be hard pushed to find a local who doesn't know how to surf. We couldn't possibly finish.
Got a country full of surfers out there, know what I'm saying? He was a surfer boy, I said. It doesn't work like that yet. I guess I couldn't make a word to rhyme with surfer. Yeah. But that's dope, man. I don't think I could ever surf. And I know you're not supposed to say you can't do something, but I just don't think surfing, I would be any good at it. Yeah, it's not, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and I'm past the point of new tricks. So there wouldn't be it for me.
Without talking about some of Australia's most famous landmarks. Sydney Opera House,
Got to.
located on the banks of Sydney Harbour, was designed by a Danish architect, took 14 years to construct, and has become one of the most famous structures the world over.
That's so cool.
Right next to it is the Sydney Harbour Bridge, which is the tallest steel arch bridge in the world, and more than 150,000 vehicles cross it every day. Finally, Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, is a massive sandstone formation situated almost dead center of Australia in the Northern Territory. Listed as an UNESCO World Heritage Site, Uluru is sacred to the Aboriginal people with its abundance of springs, waterholes, rock caves, and ancient paintings. With so much to see and do, with so much ground to cover, Australia is a tourist paradise. What are you waiting for? Get yourself to the land down under.
I'm coming. Well, what about the Great Barrier Reef? What about that? You gotta talk about the Great Barrier Reef? No, I'm coming to Australia. I promise I will visit at some point. That's all we got, though. Australia is an absolute amazing and beautiful country. If you guys have a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon and drop it in the comment section. It's your boy Neal. Out.